Weird. Hey, just let me know when you're ready to begin your next experiment.
Since you asked, I have been processing an idea for some time now.
Yeah?
I am not certain, however, that it will bring me any closer to achieving my goal.
If you don't try, you'll never be certain. So tell me, what's the plan?
I want to help the Bastion. They have a problem there. The surrounding areas are full of wild animals and other troublesome creatures. I would like to go hunting. I want to try to keep the Bastion safe from the dangerous beasts.
Huh. What does that have to do with becoming more human?
Helping your friends is one of humanity's defining traits.
Well, yeah, pretty much.
When you're ready, let's set off. Just say the word.
Beware of the dangers of the desert. The heat out there is one thing, but berserker magic is something to be true. Even transformed Elex is dangerous.
Teach me something about hunting.
What do you want to know?
What are you looking at me for? There's a whole city to see.
You don't need to know who I am or anything?
Well, I know you're not one of those purple-ass freaks. You don't need to bribe me, and I don't have anything to tell you. So buzz off.
Okay then.
Say hi to the girls for me. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your spending money.
You're giving me Alexit? Just like that?
Not me. It's Hector's orders. Every visitor gets a happy little chunk of change. I don't know what he was smoking when he came up with that one. But you could thank him in person, but that'd mean dragging your sorry ass all the way to the upper district, and that's closed right now.
How do I get to the upper district?
And you've got legs? Use them.
What do I have to do to get in?
That's way above my pay grade. If I knew that, I wouldn't be standing around here.
You're not really much of a help.
Go talk to Xander. He's guarding the entrance. Oh, one more thing. It's every man for himself in the city here. That means you're on your own, man. It doesn't mean you go looking for trouble, though. Not that I'd mind beating the shit out of you, but we can easily avoid that if you want. Okay, run along. Have a good time.
Viper already gave you double the usual. What more do you want?
Double, triple, who cares? Just give me my due.
I can't conjure it out of thin air. Try the Berserkers.
You know I can't get the goods from them.
You always come here looking for handouts. But I tell you what, come back in a month. Viper will have more by then. Deal?
I'll hold you to that.
No problem. Safe journey.
I'll come with you to the depot.
Smart move. Follow me. Let's get the hell out of this shithole. Everyone here will try to swindle you, but not on my watch. Stay close. Wouldn't want you getting lost in all the junk.
Got something interesting to say?
Yeah, except I did. I woke up as usual and my shards were just gone.
The crater is waiting! I'm such an idiot for listening to you.
Ugh, who knew we'd get cleaned out like that?
Our first stop is outside the crater. The faster we get out of here, the better. Don't want to get any more diseases. I always find the climb difficult somehow. That's the disadvantage of not consuming much Elex. Your strength starts to dwindle.
Why don't you up your level then?
And risk losing my human form? No way. The people here can never know what I am. I take the Elex I need at the depot. It's enough. The air is clearing. Sweet oxygen. Can you feel it filling up your lungs? Right, as I was saying. Can you feel it filling up your lungs?
The stink's not as bad here, if that's what you mean.
Exactly. Feeling... Exactly. Feeling for your surroundings, you know? That's what sets the likes of you and me apart from other Alps. The pinnacle of evolution. My ass. Where was I? Oh, yes. Feeling is fascinating, and most of our people run from understanding it.
These things take time.
You learned that little saying from the humans, did you? Time we got plenty of. Willingness, on the other hand, time we got plenty of. Willingness, on the other hand, the will to change isn't exactly something our people have to spare. But that'll change too, just like everything in life. The crater, left by the comet. See all that beauty stretching out in front of us?
Looks like a load of tin shacks to me.
Yes, but that's only half the story. The crater might be the world's biggest junkyard, but it also symbolizes the birth of the Alps. Without the Elex the comet carried, we wouldn't exist. Well, I've seen enough. How about you?
Let's get moving.
Right. Not to make this weird or anything, but you're one of the reasons why I exist.
What do you mean by that?
The way I look. But, I guess I need to explain. Back when you and the humans... Oh, damn. Look at those two up ahead. I think they want something from us. I've butted heads with one of them before. You better handle this. You gotta make sure that they let us pass. Do whatever it takes.
What are you gonna do?
I'll watch and learn. I'm looking forward to seeing how you solve this one.
Good. Stay out of the way.
Got it.
You lost, buddy? Or were you and your friend here looking for a nice, quiet spot for some alone time? Ha ha ha!
We sure are. And from that dirty grin on your friend's face, I think you two can give us a few recommendations.
Should I take that as a formal invitation to smash your face in? You still got one chance to save your fucking skin. Give me some cold, hard Alexit. This is a toll road, you know, and I'm collecting.
Remember what Viper said. He made it real clear we're not supposed to shake down travelers.
Do I look like I give a flying fuck what that measly bastard says? 200 shards. Right fucking now.
If you think you can stop me from getting through, you are sorely mistaken.
Oh, really? Who knows, buddy? Maybe you're the one who's mistaken. It's payback time!
Whoa, that was unexpected. Killing them was definitely a great call, but...
But what?
Well, it's just, I heard that you know how to solve problems diplomatically. Not that I wanted a diplomatic solution, I just thought maybe I might get an idea of what one looks like. Anyway, let's get out of here. But I do need to slow down a little, my stomach is killing me again. Let's, get a little farther. I really don't know what's wrong. It's been like this a few days now. These weak organic bodies are shit. I think maybe I need more Elex after all.
You wanted to tell me what's going on with your human body.
Many of us couldn't understand how you beat the hybrid all those years ago. And we couldn't ask you because you hightailed it out of there. But a lot of us thought it had something to do with you being able to access your emotions.
My head. The infection. I'd already forgotten about it again. If I don't get a handle on it, that thing is going to happen to me.
Right, as I was saying. So to increase our efficiency, we tried reducing our Elex consumption. Which would have happened anyway, by the way.
Why?
Simple. The converters were destroyed. Elex production dropped dramatically. Extensive studies had to be What I was trying to say before I was interrupted. Extensive studies had to be conducted on the effects of emotions and how to handle them.
And how were those studies designed?
Well, you're looking at one right now.
You analyzed human behavior in the crater?
Not just there. I went all over the place. Anyway, I need a break. My body needs nutrients, regardless of the state of my stomach. Being human definitely has its drawbacks. Their immune system is pathetic. And the body always needs something. Vitamins here, proteins there, watching the metabolism, watching the blood sugar. It's exhausting. When I was in Alb, I could do incredible things all day with minimal food. But none of this is news to you. So, you want something to eat? My treat.
No thanks.
Oh well, more for me. I need to eat right now, or I'll run into trouble down the line. Can you keep an eye out? Make sure there's nobody following us? It wouldn't be the first time.
Expecting more outlaws?
Yep, our brush with those two earlier won't go unanswered. Let's try to minimize the risk of a confrontation, huh?
Right. I'll go see if anyone's following us.
Just walk back down the path we came from. But stay within shouting distance so I can come and help you if you need it.
I think I can handle that. See you soon. Skibor was wrong. Nobody's following us. Time to head back.
So, how many people are following us? 3? 4?
Not a single one.
That's annoying. I was hoping for a little escalation. Nothing more exhilarating than an out-of-control situation. The risk, the adrenaline, so engaging. Still, we should get going. My stomach is still upset, but I'm just gonna ignore it. Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Good. Not much farther now anyway. So, I've been wondering, when you kill someone, what do you feel? I have to be honest, for me, it's an incredible high. Something to really savor. The light in their eyes flickers out, their bodies tremble, like slowly squashing a bug.
The way I feel about it depends on who I'm killing.
Oh, I see. Your aversion toward or affection for a given individual determines the level of violence you administer.
You real...
Where was I? Oh, yes,
You really like to hear yourself talk, don't you?
Oh, I can't be silent anymore. Not when every word, every breath is a new experience dawning. But you make a good point. I'll hold my tongue for now. And that'll help me concentrate on moving forward. Nearly there. I feel sort of empty.
But you couldn't wait to leave a terrorist behind.
Yes, but who knows what awaits me now? It's getting harder and harder for me to stick to the local rules. How do you deal with that when you're forced to play a role?
I don't let anyone force me to do anything.
And the consequences be damned?
I don't worry about them until I have to.
Oh, I think I understand what you're getting at. There's something I wanted to point out. Not all Albs are like me.
Yeah, I figured that one out already.
You don't understand. I'm talking about what the Albs think of you. Our realignment was largely your doing, of course, but you're not exactly the most popular guy among the Albs these days. Many Albs are struggling with this new way of life. The transition is going very slowly. When you defeated the hybrid, you gave them the option to choose between their old life and a new one.
I had no choice. I had to take the hybrid down.
Hey, I'm with you. 100% I'm on your side. Be prepared to face some resistance when we reach the depot. That's basically all I wanted to tell you. Right, as I was saying. The one thing that the depot can definitely offer is complete safety. From external threats, anyway. No creatures, no vagrants.
There's no such thing as absolute safety.
I think I'm beginning to understand why you disappeared from the public eye back then. Nothing gets past our defenses. I guarantee it.
Those kinds of guarantees usually break when hit with...
What I was trying to say before I was
Those kinds of guarantees usually break when hit with cold, hard reality.
Actually, statistically speaking.
Spare me.
Sure, you might still be proven right. These constant attacks are taking their toll. Humans have a lot in common with that horde. They use brute numbers to overpower. Well, here we are. Your new home? Besides, I would be honored if you decided to rejoin our ranks. And I'm one of very few around here who can actually be pleased, so that's gotta count for something. You should go talk to Radek at the gate. He'll show you around the rest of the area. Let's meet up again later. I've got something to take care of. Oh, don't forget the equipment I promised you.
Where can I find you?
If all goes as planned, I'll be at the Elex depot. Oh, speaking of which, this is for you. Normally we're all allotted fixed rations, but, well, don't ask any questions. Right, I'm running late. I'll see you later.
Don't move. Who are you? What are you... Wait a moment. Tell me, stranger, what's your name?
Name's Jax.
Then I wasn't mistaken. Amazing. I heard you were dead. Is it true you defeated the hybrid with your bare hands?
So what's with all the bullshit?
So it's true? People say a lot of things about you. You'll find out when you've been here a while. I'm Radek, by the way. Azok will want to know you're here.
Who's that?
I'm sure he'll tell you himself. A lot has changed since the depot was set up. Come on, I'll show you around.
Well, the tour can't hurt.
Come on, let's go. Follow me. Are you planning on staying?
You'll see. Why?
You see, the thing is, you're not exactly popular here. Many among us want you dead for what you did to the hybrid. Speaking of dead, we're in luck. There's an execution today. We really don't want to miss that.
The verdict has been passed. Unlawful efficiency has been proven beyond reasonable doubt. The defendant has accepted the judgment. Execute the convicted party. Good work. You know the drill. Take up your posts as soon as you're done.
I was wondering how long they were going to let him get away with his behavior. Next, we'll head on over to our research facility.
Did you know him?
Barely. I know he was one of the collectors from one of the back offices in the depot.
What were his crimes?
Anyone who violates the directive is executed. Simple as that. That seems to shock you? You must remember the directive and what it says.
That doesn't mean I like it.
Is that pity in your voice? Interesting. I've heard you've let your emotions run wild. Let's walk and talk about it. Don't think that we have no emotions. We were forced to accept that being emotionless didn't help our evolutionary development. It blinded us. It made it possible for someone like you to almost bring us down. That's why everyone is given only as much Elex as they need to do their job as effectively as possible. Right now, we're standing in front of the Computing and Research Center. This is where the optimal level of Elex consumption is calculated, among other things.
What is the optimal amount, then?
That depends on your assignment. A tactician who doesn't fear for his troops won't be an effective tactician. On the other hand, a guard who's afraid of killing is not an efficient guard. The middle way seems to be the best choice.
So you only try to suppress emotions when they're getting in the way.
That's right. And those are our new rules for Elex consumption. And when it comes to making these calculations, this research facility is particularly good. Now, if you have no more questions, I have something else to show you. Follow me.
You were talking about an experiment. What should I expect?
We're trying to breed children who...
Hang on. You're doing what?
We're creating a new generation of rationally thinking tacticians. Let's go into the classroom and have a quick listen. Maybe we can learn something.
The lesson from last time should still be within easy recall. We will practice it again today. Sit down. Good. Now, remember yesterday's practice. Concentrate.
Teacher,
No questions, Makar. Do not make me repeat myself. Feel the emotion welling up inside you. Remember last week's punishment. Feel the fury it caused rise inside you. If it threatens to overwhelm you, try focusing on the equations we learned yesterday. Were you able to call up the anger? If so, I want you to give me the solution to the problem. If not, we'll repeat last week's punishment. Inefficiency will not be tolerated. Practice at home, then complete a 3-page report on your emotional stability indices. Makar, I especially want to see yours. I'm concerned about your progress. Improve.
Yes, ma'am.
Session complete. You can go.
As you can see, the kids here are thriving. The Elex experiments seem to be going well.
You're giving kids Elex?
No. We're experimenting with not giving the kids any Elex, teaching them to think logically and precisely without it. Most Albs never learned to handle emotion. Without Elex, many of us are completely at the mercy of our feelings. That's what we're trying to prevent from happening with these children. They're taught how to deal with emotions without neglecting their efficient thinking.
Without Elex, they're nothing more than normal people, aren't they?
No. As soon as they're of age, they'll be given their daily Elex rations like everyone else. According to our calculations, with access to Elex, emotionally strengthened Albs should be able to reach the next stage of evolution.
What makes you think this could work?
Because it worked in the past. With you. You were an Alb and managed to keep your emotions under control. We suspect that's the only reason you were able to stand up to the hybrid. We're studying this phenomenon and trying to recreate it so we can perfect it. But if you want to know more, you should talk to our scientists. Let's keep going. We are about to enter the Collector's sector. They're responsible for finding Elex and bringing it to the silos. It's not particularly demanding. The Collectors who live here don't need to be especially efficient. So they only get low doses of Elex, which makes them prone to uncontrolled emotional outbursts. If it were up to me, we wouldn't let them stay in the depot. We'd ship them out somewhere. Let's keep going. I don't like being around these people. Follow me. You might have noticed that back here, it's much more disorganized. Not like the rest of the depot. The Collectors and their lifestyle is a source of friction. If you're not careful, You might even end up getting robbed. It wouldn't have happened in the Hybrid's day. Luckily, we're now out of the Collector's sector again. Right here, we're entering the Soldiers area. Things are a lot more orderly here. These guys make difficult decisions, so they get correspondingly larger rations of Elex. And you can stock up on decent weapons here, too.
You allow trading in the depot?
We do now. Trade has helped us to create a kind of reward system for effective action. We pay our workers with Elexit. They use it to buy things that help them work more efficiently. It seems to motivate them. But you can take a look at all that later. Right now, I'm gonna take you to Azok. Come on. That's the agent's precinct up there. Their job is to keep an eye on the Collectors and everyone else. They make sure everyone takes their Elex ration and that nobody takes more or less. They keep an eye on things and keep everybody in line. I hope this has helped you get an idea of how the depot works, and that your return to our ranks won't be too tricky.
We'll see.
Once an Alb, always an Alb. This is where you belong. I'll leave it up to you. May efficiency guide your actions.
I did not anticipate your return. State your business immediately.
Circumstances force my hand.
Circumstances? The description seems inadequate. But if you're willing to assist us, I will tolerate it. You have amends to make.
Wait, you're not kicking me out?
What my people think of you is a matter for them. But it's because of you that we recognize the value of emotion and increased our efficiency. So I am neutral towards you personally, but I will have my agents watch you closely as long as you're here. If you break our rules, you will face sanction.
What's the situation here?
These new enemies are putting considerable pressure on us. Keeping them in check ties up resources and creates gaps in our organizational structure. Bridging those gaps will be your responsibility. Seek out Commander Arissa. She is at a breaking point and needs assistance. But expect no welcome from her. She still considers you a traitor. If your work for her is satisfactory, I will consider allowing you to rejoin us. You are getting a second chance. Very few do. Do not disappoint me.
25? No, 24. Then subtract the root of, difficult. What is it? Can't you see that I'm doing important calculations here?
I just wanted to...
Yes, I'm sure that's very important too. But I really need to concentrate here.
I won't bother you again, then.
Wait. Now that I think about it, maybe you can help me.
Oh?
Okay, so I'm sure you've traveled all over the place and dealt with some difficult situations. I'm just not getting anywhere with this problem. I'm lacking information about the analysis of certain functions.
Show me your calculations, then.
No, I didn't mean it like that. There's a formulary in a factory not too far from here. We went there recently to look for the book. But my partner Krull startled a bunch of creatures. I had to flee and leave the book behind. But maybe you could salvage it for me? If you do that for me, I'll be able to spare a few valuable potions.
Where can I find the book you're looking for?
It should be located in a large factory building south of here. But keep an eye out. There might still be creatures lurking around there. Here, I'll save it to your adjutor.
What happened to Krull?
I have no idea. Typical of him, always getting into trouble. He's pretty much useless as a partner.
Sure, I'll go find your math book.
Excellent. Then I'll finally be able to make progress with my work. But be careful with it. The data is extremely valuable.
Could you teach me something?
What do you want to...